Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, dang, Chance Fox coming in with another re-up for a month. Thank you, my friend. That's all. 3 months already. Oh, baby. I know. Look how time flies. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Guys, today, oh, baby, we got some stuff. We got some, some things to get hype about, one, and then also a little bit of a rabbit hole that I want you to go with me, if you're willing. If you are willing. Let's see here. Dude, I'm trying to log into my X account, and I don't usually use it on... Oh, and now it lets me in? Oh, baby. I love it. I don't usually use it on the PC, and so now it's finally working. Let me refresh this chat. I think that looks like it says electric. It didn't pop up on my back end here. But I think that's electric. What's up, dude? Over there on YouTube. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Let me see here. Let me go to my stream manager. Guys, I'm just like... Whoo. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. Oh, dude, Jake Dice again in the chat. I'm not joking. Taco Bell welcomed me in again. Yes. Dude. You know, I gotta get that 5-layer burrito money, dude. I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna snooze. It looks like we got an ad starting in about 2 minutes. We'll talk about that in a minute. Redikin says, "Who thinks there'll be another episode tomorrow?" Oh baby, are we gonna just jump right in? All right, if we're gonna jump right in, here's what I'm gonna say, guys. Today we're gonna unashamedly talk Stranger Things, and we're gonna talk spoilers. There will be spoilers. As Chance Foxley says, "Get subbed, you nerds." We're gonna talk about it. So if that's not the vibe today for you, I do not know what to tell you, because that is what we are going to do. Because, dude, I'm gonna make this chat bigger, so that we can just like, boom, so we can see it. I like that. That's what we're gonna do, because I finished the finale, and so obviously we want to talk about some of that stuff. I want to hear what you guys thought. I want to share some of my thoughts. But then, dude, as it says in the title, we're gonna talk about conformitygate and spoilers. I'm a believer. That's all I'm going to say right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped for it. We'll get to it. Actually, let's just wait a second. Redikin, you're jump starting me here. What can I say? Here's what I'm going to say. There's an ad that's supposed to run in 20 seconds. If I manually run it, it's gonna help remove a lot of stuff. So I'm going to run this ad, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about some stuff. So don't worry. We'll see you in a minute. All right, I think that worked. There it goes. All right, pre-roll ads are disabled for 32 minutes. All right, so there's an ad running. If you're a subscriber and you're here with us right now, that's great. Oh, dang, pre-roll ads are disabled for 62 minutes. Sweet. So we're going to get rid of all the pre-roll ads and all that good stuff. If you're a subscriber, good to see you. They'll be back in about a minute. Oh, my gosh. Okay, a couple of things we're going to talk about today. I'm going to let you know right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the Avengers Doomsday leak that is official now. I know last week we looked at some like screenshots of this potential X-Men thing. We're going to take a look at the official release. I think we can watch it on stream. We'll react to it and we'll do that kind of thing. So I think that'll be fine. And then we'll do a little bit of that, but then we'll get into Stranger Things. So I see people are coming in. Get in here, guys. I do want to warn you. We are talking Stranger Things, and we are going to talk spoilers. Okay? This is going to be an unfiltered Stranger Things chat today. So, and we're going to talk conformitygate. If you know, you know, dude. Hashtag conformitygate. I'm a true believer. I'm a true believer. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped. Okay. You are in the chat. Hello there, Sir Robert Van Retro of Huntington. Good to see you. You are on this fine Tuesday. The day before, I believe, we will see something majestic. Calling it now. Let's see. I got XP Legacy. What's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Morning, y'all. I'm behind in Stranger Things, but I just wanted to jump in and say what's up. Chance Fockley says, I think maybe holding it off for a week might be best in case not everyone has seen it. Oh, baby. Chance, are you telling me to pump the brakes right now? Are you asking me to hold off one more week? EOR says, when it comes to Stranger Things and its ending, I have to say that was certainly an ending, but to be fair, I'm almost never happy with series endings. All right, it looks like our ad's done, so everybody's back, and that disabled ads for, like, it should have disabled them for, like, the next 40 minutes or something like that, plus no pre-rolls, all that good stuff. So, yeah, Michael B is here. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Glad you're here on time. Dude, at the beginning, here from the start. Good on you, my friend. I'm glad you're here. All right. Let's start with this. Okay, we'll start with Avengers Doomsday stuff, and then I will say, and as Jake says, respectfully, we are going to get into some Stranger Things, okay? Because I do feel like I understand if you're not caught up. I do get that, but we're on the cusp of potentially something. I'm gonna go out on a limb right now, and we'll get into it. We will get into it, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna call it right now. If conformitygate is real, we are on the precipice of a generational moment in media. I'll say more in a few minutes. Okay, I'll say more in a few minutes. We'll get into it. So we'll do Avengers Doomsday. We'll do that, and then if anybody's like, hey, I just cannot hang on Stranger Things right now because you don't want to get spoiled, I understand. I love you. We'll see you soon. All right, let's see. Hang on really quick. We got Lamnote. Everyone is turning into Joyce from season 1 because the ending was too normal. Michael B. If we're talking Stranger Things finale, then I may not stick around. I have only seen like 2 episodes of the series. Shame on myself, I guess. Bro, if you're that far behind. Oh, God. Oh, God. Shinji Akari, what is up, dude? Good to see you. Dude, last week, you dropped a hot take in the chat, and I said we were going to talk about it, and then we didn't talk about it. So, actually, so we got, like, Avengers Doomsday real quick, and then we're going to talk Stranger Things, but right now we're going to take that pin, and we're going to slide Terminator 2D, No Fate, into that sandwich. It's going to be the meat in this streaming sandwich. So, that's going to give some of our Stranger Things friends a little bit more time to hang out. We won't spoil anything until we've made it very clear that we're moving into that territory. So you can hang out for a few more minutes. Okay. All right. If you're around last week, you know that in my DMs, somebody dropped some hot fire over in the Discord. Yes, I'm talking about my friend, your friend, Mega Man aficionado, Rockhaz, a.k.a. Zach, a.k.a. Zachariah, all those good things. He dropped the grainiest, like, bootleg VHS shooting leaked footage of an Avengers Doomsday X-Men trailer teaser, I guess you'd call it. Well, today, my friends, 6 hours ago, in all its glory, in full 4K, it dropped. So I think we can watch this on the stream. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to get me in trouble or not. So, maybe what we'll do, I'll just kind of, again, we'll kind of just like, we'll turn the sound off, and then we'll just kind of scrub through a couple of things, and then we'll do some audio at the very, very end, because that's really what we're here for. So if you haven't seen this yet, go watch it immediately after this. Look at this, dude. It's got 4 million views, 422K thumbs up. Like, this is going to be fire, dude. People are stoked. Okay, so yeah, we get a little bit of this, you know, shots of the inside of this, like, kind of messed up looking mansion. It's kind of jacked looking. Okay, let me turn off these captions. Sometimes I need those because I'm an old man. We get this really nice, clear shot, dude. Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. I love it. That's right. It's good. And then, like, we cut around this corner, and then we see... And all this, you hear like, there's like a narrative where he's like... what does he say? I'm gonna pause the music real quick. He's like... Death comes for us all, but the question at the end is not, are you ready to die? But who will you be when your eyes close? Or something like that is kind of basically, it's like, who are you going to be when your eyes close? Oh my gosh. So we get Professor X's wheelchair. Like I said, you get like this little, you know, what is that? Is that the queen? Oh, interesting. Wait, is that the queen or the king? That's the king, huh? In chess with the little thing on it. I think that's the king. I was going to say, oh, dude, if this is a queen and the queen's rising up, is that... I just thought of that right now. Like, is that some sort of a... I don't know, like a little foreshadowing, by the way, right over here, top right. Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo by Jake Dies Again. Go check that out. So then we get, you know, the hands reaching in, you know, boom, look at freaking Xavier and that jacket. That jacket is pretty sick. I'm a fan of the jacket. And then we get, you know, a shot of Gandalf sitting there, and they're like smiling. And they're friends. All right, now we're gonna play some audio. If we get busted for this, sorry everybody, but we're gonna hear this right now. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Let's freaking go, dude. Can we do... Oh, dude, we're gonna watch it in 4K one more time. Okay, I'm gonna mute it now, but I want you to notice a couple of things here. Okay, look at over here in this corner. It's like we had said that there were some people speculating. Over here in this corner, look at those are feet walking. So obviously that's probably like a sentinel. Oh my gosh, dude. My boy, your boy, Cyclops. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. This is gonna be sick. It's going to be so sick. I love it. There you go. In all its 4K glory. So, you know what? I think I can actually... Here, I'll drop this into the chat. So at some point, you guys can go take a look at that and watch it in all, like I said, in all of its glory. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me take a look at this chat real quick. Lamno says, I feel bad for the Duffer Brothers if the secret episode does not come out. Jake is telling Michael B to go go watch those season recaps. All right. Everyone want to be part of the chat, but no one want to put in the work. Jake is bringing the fire today, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. With the encouragement of Electric. I love that. Jake Dies Again says Sean Connery is in Doomsday. What are you talking about? Dude, Sean Connery passed, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about what I'm saying? The question is not whether you're ready to die, but who are you when your eyes close? Dude, I was trying to do Ian McKellen, but I guess I channeled my Sean Connery. What can I say? Michael B, can't wait to see Rocket and Cyclops driving around. Dude, I saw that meme. Dude, is that over on... Oh, yeah, in the Discord, you dropped that. Is there any way... Can I, like, pull this into a browser? Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on. See if this works. Yeah, dude. Okay, I didn't realize I could do that. In Discord, I can just pull it over into a browser. So, yeah, we got Marsden driving with the Bunny and Hop, and then we got Marsden driving with Sonic. And then we got Cyclops and Rocket, dude, in the war zone. That's what I'm talking about. Ugh. I love it. Let's see. King Wizard thinks that the feet are the Mind Flayer. Oh, dude, Chance Foxley thinks it's leading up to Avengers versus the X-Men. Okay. Excellent. I don't know, dude. Michael B, is this going to be Cyclops from the same universe as Wolverine and Deadpool? Dude, that's what we were talking about last week. I feel like in that movie, Wolverine really kind of set it up. So far, I think it tracks, right? I could be wrong. I haven't seen Wolverine and Deadpool in a while, but from what I remember, he was talking something about that, like that everybody died, and you know, he wears that suit as a reminder of like the man that they believed he could be, or something like that. Oh, it's so good. So, all right, I think we're all caught up there, talking about kaijus and all that good stuff. Definitely Sean Connery. Dude, what can I say? Sometimes you have to do that when you're talking about the X-Men. All right, Shinji, my boy. Let's talk about Terminator 2D No Fate. Last week, in the chat, Shinji Ikari drops a bomb that says, Terminator 2D No Fate sucked. It sucked. T2 sucked. He says it again right there. All right. I was very hype for this game. I was very hyped for Terminator 2D No Fate. I did purchase it, and I will say I was playing it on my the RP5 through GameHub, and I bought it on Steam, and then I could use GameHub to play it on the RP5, which was really nice playing it handheld. For the most part, it ran well. There's like a few glitches here and there where it would like freeze and stuff like that. But here's what I'll say. I won't go as far. Well, okay. The how far into it I got is I'm at the Cyberdyne building where you're trying to like rig the building to be destroyed. So I haven't got all the way through the game. The thing that I will say, I won't go as far as to say that it sucks. Shinji, that's a hot take. What I will say is I don't know if it lived up to all of the hype that I had for it. And I think part of that comes from there are certain aspects of the game that feel very stylish and very like, they channeled Terminator very well. But I also think that there's some parts of it that almost feel too generic. Like, for instance, like the moment where you're John Connor on the dirt bike trying to outrun the tow truck, like on the city streets. It's like it's a cool moment, but it really amounts to like making sure that you hit the boost. You're like, there's two lanes. You can be in the top lane or the bottom lane, and it's like it really amounts to making sure that you hit the boost in the right lane or making sure that you dodge a car by going into the right lane. And so in some ways it's like a really cool, aesthetically cool moment, but the gameplay of it is just very generic, I guess. And then even the part where you're down in the canal and you take over as Arnold on his motorcycle shooting the shotgun back at the tow truck. Again, like as a set piece, it's really cool. But it really amounts to like one button shoots back at the tow truck and one button shoots forward when you need to like blow open the gates to get through. And so it's like it's stuff like that. And some of the run and gun moments feel very much like a Contra, just kind of they slapped they took Contra and they slapped Terminator on it. And so here's what I'll say. I will say fighting as Naked Arnold is probably one of the best moments in the game. Like I said, when you go up to the bar and you can hear the Dwight Yoakam song playing kind of muffled, and then you go inside and like that's the soundtrack, like that was super cool. And just some of the little set pieces they do in there are really cool. But I guess I won't go as far as to say that it sucks. Here's what I'll say. I think it's not a home run. I was hoping it was going to be a home run, and I think we were all kind of like assuming that like, dude, this is going to be some big crazy home run. It's not that, in my opinion. I will say though, it's probably like a 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, and I will say it's a step in the right direction. As its own just like baseline, is it a good game? It's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. As far as a licensed property, like it's a very good step in the right direction. So what I would say is it didn't swing for the fences like I hoped it would, but I think that it teed up future potential licensed games that can be better. So like that's the thing that I walk away with, where I'm like, okay, it was a good first swing with an IP that's pretty loved. So like, let's see what else you can do. And so seeing, when Shinji, you're saying I want to see more 80s and 90s movie games, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard in that style, I think there's potential for that. I could actually see I think we've talked about this, but I think a Die Hard, like a 16-bit looking Die Hard like this, that's almost like a Metroidvania, Quackshot-vania, dude, I think that could be really cool and compelling, but we'll see what happens. It's like you said, yes, it has a couple of moments, but not enough to make it good. I can understand that. Jake says, are you making a video on the game or just playing for fun? I'll have to think about that. I might make a video about it. I have a lot of videos in the hopper, and I'm trying to figure out what to tackle next and what this next year is going to look like for sustainability. So we'll see how that goes. But it's a step in the right direction. We'll put it that way. Okay. Let me see here. How are we doing? All right. I think we're going to get into it. I think we got to. Okay. We're almost at the halfway point. We're almost at 12:30. So I think we got to jump into some Stranger Things. So I understand if you don't want any spoilers. Cool. But we got to get into it. Now is the time. Let me set the vibe real quick. Make sure that we have what we need here. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk Stranger Things in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you gotta go, I'll see you later. All right. Okay, season 5. There is, there's mixed. It's a mixed bag. Chance Foxley's going to mute and check back in 10 minutes. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll tell you guys. If you want to mute the stream, when you come back, the way you'll know that we're done talking about it is I'll change the color of the lights. I just thought of that. Okay? If we're back to our normal background, then you can know that it's safe. All right, we'll do that. All right, season 5. I feel like there's a lot of hot takes on season 5. I feel like for some people it was glorious. I feel like for some people it was a kick in the teeth. So I definitely, in the chat, if you've seen it and you want to sound off, I want to hear what you think. I personally, there's a lot of criticism about feeling like everything was maybe like tied up in too neat of a little package, and I can kind of get on board with that. I will say I feel like the thing that for me has been the toughest when it's come to season 5 is feeling like, dude, where are the stakes? And I kind of hinted at this last week, I think, but like, I think for me, it's like the sheer amount of people in the sheer amount of characters and everybody coming out okay is wild to me. It's like we lost Billy, we lost Eddie, but when it comes to like the mainline characters, like not even one, that's a little buck wild to me. And I think that was part of it, is like I felt like going into season 5, they have to start, we got to start losing some people. You know what I mean? Like it's got to feel like there is some stakes here and there's a chance that they could lose. And it just never got there, which I think was really wild. I will say that, dude, for season 5, like Will Byers, dude, he spent 4 seasons being the most mamby-pamby like whiner ever. And dude, the glow up that he got in season 5 was freaking awesome. I will say 100% with confident, like all of my favorite parts of season 5 all had to do with Will. I think it was rad. Oh my gosh, that scene, I don't remember which episode it was. I don't remember what number, but dude, the scene where like all the Demogorgons are like getting ready to pounce on somebody and his eyes roll back and he's just like, oh, and just, oh my gosh. That was literally, my wife and I were sitting there watching it and I lost my mind. Like I think I teased this last week, like out loud to the room of nobody but me and my wife. I don't usually, I don't know. I enjoy this kind of stuff, but I'm usually just like a pretty like not passive watcher, but I mean like I just sit there and I experience it. And like there's a lot of things going on up here, but I'm not somebody who's usually like physically on the edge of my seat or being like, oh, or any of that kind of stuff. Like you probably have somebody like that in your life when you're watching something that like they have that like physical response. I'm not usually like that, but dude, there was like multiple moments in season 5 where I was just like right there, dude. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved it so much. Let me see here. Let me take a look at a couple of these comments. Electric says, not a bad ending, but not the ending I wanted. I'm with you on that. I feel like you know what? I'll put it this way, and I've seen a couple of people talk about this online too. Like, there's so many really bad fumbled endings to series in our lifetime, in our generation, that I feel like this one, in some ways, I'm a little bit relieved because I don't feel like it was a complete fumble. I feel like there's elements of it that I can get behind and that I enjoyed and that felt good. There's things that I wish were a little different, or that in my head I'm like, oh, if they would have done this, or if it would have played out this way, that would have been better in my head. But we all have those things, you know what I mean? And so there's a part of me that's just relieved that like they didn't just freaking botch the whole thing. You know what I mean? It just felt like, okay, I'm okay with it. Wasn't my favorite. I maybe would have liked to see some other things, but like I'm okay with how it landed. However, we will talk about Conformity Gate in a couple of minutes. Redican says, I like the ending. Honestly, I didn't think much about anything until I started seeing things on social. Then I went down the rabbit hole. Ooh, I love it. Let's go. Jake says, first Will talking through the lights, now Rob. Dude, that's right. The lights will guide the way. They'll let you know. Electric says, final battle was jank. Okay, let's talk about the final battle. The final battle was interesting to me. I'll put it this way. Okay, like, throw something in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. So like, Vecna's castle. Did you see that coming? That thing was going to like be alive and was going to be essentially like the physical of the Mind Flayer. Like, throw something in the chat. I did not see that coming at all. So that was a little wild. I mean, there's a lot of criticism about Rambo Nancy. it's again, it's like it's one of those things where. Oh wait, I'm seeing Frodo is dropping in. Hey Frodo, I'm just gonna let you know we're talking spoilers on Stranger Things. So if you're okay with being spoiled, hang. It's good to see you. If you're not, I've been telling people keep the stream on mute, and then when the lights change back to blue and green, you know that we're done with spoiler talk. Okay? So I just want to warn you. Yeah, the final battle was really interesting to me because, again, it felt like this moment where, like, okay, this is it. Like, somebody is gonna have to bite the bullet, dude. And you're fighting this freaking kaiju with, like an M16, a flamethrower, and then like spears. You know what I mean? I'm just like, this has to end poorly for somebody. And even when my wife and I were watching it, and Dustin and Steve are like stabbing it, we're both like, oh, that's a horrible decision. What are you doing? Like, that's not going to end well, But when Eleven showed up and she did her little jump, I was like, all right, like that's it's all been leading up to that, her little jump. And then like she's flying at the mouth. So there's a part of me that thought, is she going to be like, do like one of those, I don't know, those things you see in the superhero where they like bust through, like go into the mouth, but then just like bust out the back or something. So then she rips the hole, and then as she's flying in, dude, she does this. I was like, oh, come on. I don't know. I didn't pop for it, but I was still on board. But I thought that was really interesting. The showdown inside between Elle and Vecna was fine. I love that, again, Will showed up and was like a big part of like helping take him down. Dude, freaking Joyce with the axe, that was nuts. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Let me see here. King Wizard says, were you as disappointed with season 5 as I was? It wasn't bad, it just felt like it took no risks. Their final plan went off without a hitch. Vecna died almost instant, and you were right about the stakes. Like, they even left it open for Elle to be still there. Like, they couldn't pick which ending they wanted and just said, why not both? Yeah, and the whole thing with her and Kali, I thought was really an interesting way to go. Like, I wasn't a big fan of season 2 and that whole Kali side story. So when she came back, I was like, oh gosh, what is this? Like, that was, I will say, probably the one thing that I was like very skeptical about is what is she doing here? Like, why is this person back? And how is this going to play out? So I wasn't as big a fan of that, but yeah, especially when she's getting ready to, she's got him on the table with the knife, and she's like, hello, brother. It's like, come on, just do it. I don't know. EOR says, I thought to myself, they should have killed off Steve. If you want to get an emotional reaction, you need to do something to that effect. Okay. Yeah, dude. Okay, when they're up on the tower and Steve flew off, there was a split second where I was like, now it begins. Now it's going to get wild. Now they're going to start being cutthroat, and this is going to have some real stakes. And then again, nothing. No. He gets caught by Dustin, which is great. I mean, it's nice to see them back being buddies again, but I was like, let's go, dude. Steve the Hare Harrington, see you later, bro. You've served us well. I thought he was done right there. EOR says, personally, I think most of the characters lost their charm throughout the show. Honestly, at the end, I only liked Max. The rest I tolerated. Okay. Redican says, same. Seasons 1 through 3 were the absolute best. I'm hearing a lot of people reflecting back on season 1 obviously is the best, but then some people saying season 2 was actually pretty high on their list, which for me season 2 was pretty rough. But there you go. Jake says, of all the people that are talking up the screen time with monologues, did you just say Steve should have died? Dude, there's an opportunity right there. There's an opportunity for some stakes, for a big impact. How much more meaningful would it have been if they're going in And, you know, maybe the plan didn't go off as easily and as off with a hitch as they thought it was. You know what I mean? I don't know. Frodo says, so late, bro. I'm here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Frodo, good to see you. Okay. King Wizard says, Season 4 was just so awesome that I thought they had some really good ideas for the final season, but it felt really phoned in to me. I agree. Season 4 was my favorite, I think. I really loved the way that a lot of things came together in Season 4. I wouldn't say that I felt like Season 5 was phoned in. I just felt like there was a lot of things that there's just a lot of characters, dude. There's like so many things that they had to incorporate and like try to keep people busy. And I feel like they could have trimmed the fat, and it would have been. There's a part of me is like they could have trimmed the fat on some of the cast, and it would have made things maybe a little more impactful in the end. I don't know, but let's see. Still getting caught up here. Okay, Electric says yes. Castle looked like a spider. I thought, oh my gosh, back to Henry's grown up, dude. I did not see that coming. I love it. Jake says, I'm gonna be real with you, chat. The interchange between Hopper and Elle on the rooftop had me sniffling, dude. It's because that's that new dad energy inside of you, bro. There's no shame in that game. I know what you mean. EOR says, I think it's dumb that Hop and Nancy get set free. The military saw them kill people. WTF? Yeah, the entire crew. Like, whether they did something good or not, like the entire crew was doing things that technically were not okay. Like killing multiple people, smuggling weapons and contraband, like kidnapping a family. Dude, what happened to freaking Derek's family? Are they still in the barn? I don't know. I will say I've seen some stuff where people are saying that like Derek was like the best addition or was like the highlight of season 5. I personally was not a fan. Like, I did not care for Derek at all. I thought that character was obnoxious. And I get that he's supposed to be, but like, wasn't a fan. What can I say? Sorry, buddy. Well, I'll be honest with you. I always felt that way about Lucas's sister too. Like, I just was not a fan. Just so over the top obnoxious that it was tough. And I honestly kind of felt that way most of the time about Robin too. So I don't know. Just there's too many people. Let's see. Electra says, oh, and Eleven's sister was pointless besides a callback, it felt. Yep, I'm with you. Redican also, what in the world was the blue slime room about? Okay. So my understanding, or like something that has been going around, and maybe I saw an interview or something like that, where they basically said that entire thing happened just so they could get Nancy and Jonathan into a room to have a hard conversation about like a define the relationship conversation. So that's what they did. And they were like, we get it. It doesn't make any sense. You know, the physics or whatever of how they escape or whatever. None of it makes sense. But like, we just needed to get them in a room. So I agree. I feel like that one too that was maybe a thing about season 5 that I will say is there were so many moments that felt, I don't know, just like not, I guess contrived maybe would be the word. It's like in the midst of what's happening right now, is this the best time to have this conversation? Does it make sense? Is this that important? You know? So you got, Will and his coming out moment, which is like, cool. Nothing against that. That's great. I'm sure that was a big poignant moment for him. It felt weird to be happening in that moment with where the state of things were and the stakes that were happening. And the argument that I've seen that kind of flips it on its head and then makes it a little bit more, makes it make sense, I guess, was that like Vecna uses whatever you are afraid of, or like the things that you hide inside, like he uses that against you as a weapon. And so that was like the one thing for Will that was still holding him back, was not like being his true unfiltered self. and like his fear of being rejected and all that. And so when he did that, it was almost like he took the power and took the teeth out of what Vecna could use against him, and that made him even more powerful. So it's like that, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that. It still felt a little heavy-handed, but okay, sure, I'll take it. Let me see here. EOR, if you want an emotional reaction, you need to kill off a character that matured a lot, and I think Steve would have been the best. Dude, absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk more about Steve when we get into... I think Steve, in the epilogue, is one of the most compelling things for Conformity Gate. Pizza guy needed to come back. Oh my gosh, dude. Surfer Boy Pizza at my dudes. Yeah. EOR says, I liked parts of Derek, but when he actually referred to himself as Delightful Derek, I got annoyed really fast. Yeah, dude. Nah, wasn't the vibe. Was not the vibe. And then apparently I touched a real hot button when I started talking about Robin. Dude, EOR, I'm sorry. All right? I don't know about Rockin' Robin. Again, if Rockin' Robin felt a lot like Delightful Derek. It's like, dude, we get it. Stop monologuing about yourself. But I don't know. Batabrand. Stuff got rushed. Oh, baby, you're not wrong on that, I think. Let's see. And hey, Batabrand over on YouTube. That's not a name I've seen before. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Jake dies again. There's no logical explanation for why only that room was melting and no logical explanation on why it stopped melting. You know what? We should write a letter. We should write a letter, Jake. We should write a letter. King Wizard, yes, every character had their own drama and it felt like way too much for one season. Dude, totally with you on that. AOR says, I actually liked that breakup talk. I was so annoyed with them in season 4. They set up that they don't want to be together anymore. Okay, fine. Don't drag this out so long. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. All right. How are we doing on time? We got about 15 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about hashtag conformitygate. I am so for this. If you know what this is, cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the internet is sort of blowing up with the theory that there actually is one more secret episode, and that the finale that we got is not the true end. And essentially, what it seems like it boils down to is people are saying that the finale that we got is actually a illusion, or the story that Vecna has given to Mike, and Mike is actually possessed or whatever, and this is the ending that Vecna is giving him to sort of pacify things because it's not over, or things have not. But yeah, basically what we've seen is not reality, and that maybe there is a final secret episode that is going to be much more brutal. In some ways, I think it makes. Well, let me just say this. One, I'm a believer. Some of the things that I've seen, specifically over on X, to say that out loud sounds so ridiculous. But dude, all the theories that are popping around, I want to believe that what they're saying is that it will come out tomorrow. That January 7th, it's going to drop. I want to believe. I'm calling it right now. I think it's going to happen. If it happens, it is when I said earlier, like, we're standing on the precipice of like a generational media moment. And what I mean by that is, like, there are things that happened in media at different stages in different generations. You know what I mean? It's like, back when your parents were kids, there was something. I feel like it was like maybe Dallas, like somebody, like, who shot, was it like JR shot somebody, or who shot JR? I don't know. I've never watched Dallas, but I remember hearing about that, and that was like a big deal. But like the one that maybe is more so is like, dude, Darth Vader is Luke's dad. It's like this big, like, crazy thing. This has the potential. Eor says, why January 7th? I think just because it would be the next Wednesday. So like final episode came out last week. This would be the next week. There may be more to it than that. I mean, there has been some stuff. Dude, who shot Mr. Burns? There you go. There has been some stuff that like, and maybe they're just playing into it and playing us, dude. But like the Netflix Instagram, like Netflix USA and Netflix UK have dropped some things that have been kind of suspicious. Man. I don't know, dude. I want to believe. I want to believe that there's something coming. Hang on, let me catch him on this chat real quick. Okay, Jake dies again. Here's my take on the ending. He just clears the table, grabs the desk fan. This is the plot. It's loud, it's spinning, like something big is happening. But if you actually step back, you have 2 AA batteries moving air around. Do you believe Elle is dead or not? I feel like I see people split on that. I like to believe if there is no secret episode coming, if Conformity Gate is alive and the series is indeed done, I like to believe that she died. I think that to me makes, I don't know. It's like at least somebody died. That's what I like to believe, but I don't know. Tell me what you think. Eor says, "Don't get too much into fan theories. You'll be disappointed, dude." I know, dude. I'm ready to have my heart broken again. I'm ready to, dude. I'm just risking it all. I'm risking it all right now. King Wizard. I think people want to believe so bad because the season was so dissatisfying. I'll be the first to eat my words if it happens, but I think the season was just average. King, I think this is probably most likely, but dude, I want to believe. Redican says there's a lot of 7 clues everywhere too. That's why people are thinking January 7. Yes. Zero Fighter 79 over on YouTube. What's up, dude? For how smart Dustin was, probably going underneath a creature that weighs over a ton and stabbing it, not a great idea. Exactly. Like I said, dude, me and my wife are watching this, and Dustin and Steve are under stabbing it, and I'm like, that is the worst place to be. What are you doing? Takes a heck of a lot of guts. That was a bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, let's talk about the epilogue and some of the reasons why I think there is potential that maybe it's not over. Okay, one, dude, Steve Harrington becoming a baseball coach. What that's like becoming a teacher and a baseball coach, so out of left field. The thing that I've seen people say is that lends to the theory that maybe this is an illusion that's being fed is that Vecna only ever saw him with a baseball bat or something. And so it's like, that's the thing that he could conjure up maybe. But like Steve becoming a baseball coach, when that popped on the screen, I was like, that's such a weird, like of all the directions they could have went, him coaching Little League Baseball was weird. Am I the only one who felt that? I think that was weird. There's talk about how all of the Wheeler family have the same haircut. And they all have a similar haircut to Henry. That's weird. Dude, all the people, all the graduates and everybody in the crowd sitting with their arms crossed the same way, like Henry would always do. That's weird. Dude, what else? We might have to like go through X a little bit. We're almost out of time. Crap. Let's see. Dang it. The orange cap and gowns were weird. Yeah, okay, so the orange cap and gowns, the school color, yes, Redican, you're right on, dude. The school colors were green. I do think they were maybe green and orange. I could be wrong. Let's look this up real quick. Hawkins, because like, I feel like, when we saw the basketball uniforms, maybe they were like green with orange. Okay, yeah, so here, let's look at this real quick. Okay, so like you got this dude, which it's got a little bit of the green on the thing. I mean, it's not overtly orange. Okay, so the thing that I'll say, one of the things that people are saying is orange is sort of synonymous with somebody being in prison. And so when you see the graduating class, it looks like they're all prisoners. Right? Let me see. Stranger Things. I wrote Stragner Things. Oops. Let's see here. Hawkins High Graduation Stranger Things. Oh, there's no picture of it? Get out of town. Got no image popping up. I mean, it is the Tigers. So they're I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know. That one could be Buck Wild. Maybe that's not right. But let's see what else. Dude, I feel like X had so many things here. Let me open this browser real quick. So there was talk in there was talk where when they went with the books at the end of the D&D and they put their books in, that it says X a lie, like the way the letters line up. But I think that's an image that's been doctored. I don't think it was really in that order. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, dude. Okay, this is another one. This is another one that I thought was really compelling. Okay. In the thing, Vecna needed 12 kids. Oh, dang. Rockhaz coming in for a resub. I had a meeting. I almost missed the entire stream. Dude, we're glad you're here at the end. I will say we're talking Stranger Things spoilers, so be careful, Rockhaz. But we're glad you're here, dude. We did go right at the beginning of the stream. We looked at the X-Men. We shouted you out. We looked at the X-Men thing, so all that's there waiting for you. Let's see. Okay, so Redkin says, yes, I went back and rewatched that part. The books are not in that order. Yeah, I feel like that was doctored, although it was pretty sick if that would have been true, but that was doctored. Okay, but there's the thing that Vecna needed 12 kids in order to bring the worlds together. I didn't take the time to actually count, but people were saying another thing that's compelling is that there's 12 main characters, and that lends it to he actually has them imprisoned and he's actually using them, and what we're seeing is what he's feeding them to make them think they're winning, when in reality he has them all enslaved or trapped or whatever. Oh, here we go. Here's some stuff to look at. Okay, they're all sitting like Henry and Billy when he was possessed. Like if you look at all the people in the crowd, all the hands, everybody's wearing orange. What else did we have? Have you seen that where it's like if you go to Netflix and you search fake ending, or if you search like season 5 episode 9, Stranger Things is what pops up. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, X a lie. This is doctored. This wasn't exactly how it was in there, but dude, I think there's some evidence here. I think it could be real. Oh yeah, Susie and Vicky disappear in the epilogue. What if it's because Vecna doesn't know who they are? That was wild. Okay, especially with Robin, right? All the Wheelers end up looking exactly like Ted Wheeler, something they never wanted to become. They all have that Henry hair, dude. Everybody has that same Henry hair. I don't know. Redican says, wasn't there something about 12 people in the audience wearing sunglasses? Yes. I do remember reading that as well. That like if you go back and look at the clip and you count the people wearing sunglasses, there will be 12 of them also. which I guess they're saying is like a foreshadow that like they're blind or we can't see or whatever. All right. We've got 3 minutes. I'm going to kill the lights here just so if people want to come back for the finale or for us talking, they can. So I'm going to keep my promise. There we go. All right. So if you're muted, you can come on back. There you go. I'll just say this, just to put a cherry on it. If what is done, then I still think, man, what a run. I think easily one of the greatest TV shows in the history of television. And when it comes to the ending, good. Good. They didn't fumble it. It wasn't exactly like a home run out of the park the way I would have hoped some certain things would be. But man, it could have been so much worse. And by the end, I sat there and I thought to myself, man, what a ride. Cool. You know what I mean? So if that's all we get, great. Good. Put that... Oh my gosh, put that on the back of the box. Good, says Rob from the internet. Oh my gosh. But if there is more, man, I'm here for it. And I can't wait. Put it that way. All right, we're wrapping up here. Jake says, what games are you playing right now, Rob? Hey, if you're part of the Discord and you're doing the Game of the Month Club, then you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, come join us over on the Discord for the Game of the Month. We're doing 2. We're doing games that I received as gifts as a kid. So we're doing Lion King for the Super Nintendo, which I may play a little bit on stream. And then we're doing Ocarina of Time for the N64. So a couple of bangers. Great stuff. Then we're also, instead of doing a third game of the month, we're doing a game of the quarter. So something that's a little bit longer and give you some time to really sink your teeth into it, which is Final Fantasy Tactics. So if you've never played Final Fantasy Tactics, oh man, what a time to jump in. It's a great game. If you have played it, and it's a great time to revisit it. As a crew, we're doing that all together, but if not, then no better time to jump in. So Discord links are in the chat and around. You'll find it, so come join us over there. Bayaz23 following over on Twitch. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. So those are the things that we're playing as a community. Me personally, I am also playing through Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. I've never played a Fire Emblem game before, and I wanted to jump in and give it a shot, and I'm having a blast. I think I'm on... Got my SP in my pocket. Where am I right now? Let's take a look at my save file, baby. I'm going to do restart chapter. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to focus. Ooh, maybe it's not. That's all right. If it would focus, you would see that it says I'm on chapter 24. Unfulfilled Heart. So if you've ever played Fire Emblem, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's a banger too, dude. I love it so much. So those are the things I'm playing. Jake Dies Again has got to get out of here, but he's going to see most of us over for Retro Survivor at 4:30 p.m. CST. Go be a part of that. You're going to love it. Rock is in his New Year Mega Man kick. Has beaten 5 Mega Man games this year. You're beating like 1 a day? Jeez Louise, my dude. What a butt kick-up. I love it. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for being here. Videos in the works. But in the meantime, I just appreciate you guys being here for the streams and mixing it up and talking all that good stuff. Cool to see some new faces. Thanks for being here, guys. Baez, good to see you, my friend. Chance Foxley and Rock has both coming back with a tier 1 sub. 3 months in a row. Butt kickers. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the 5-minute stream. Hey, my pleasure. All right, let's go raid somebody. Who are we going to raid? I don't know. Who do we got? You know how this goes. Let's see here. We're going to go... Who are we going to raid? Oh, who's this? Dude, Like right now, we're in the just chatting category, and that's dangerous. So I'm gonna click it over to retro. Let's see. Oh, geez, come on. And we're gonna go raid somebody who's retro, and then we're gonna get the heck out of here. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong thing and taking it out. Okay. There we go. Kill that. Let's see. Who do we got here? Anybody? Okay. We're gonna raid. Let me see here. It's like I want to find somebody who doesn't have like a ton of viewers, so at least we can like hand over a few. Let's raid Hang Time, formerly Game Attack. Hang Time. Is that the actual name of the channel? Hang Time? Oh, I see. They're playing Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Yeah, they got 126 viewers. Why not? They definitely don't need us, but you know what? We're just going to go in with bells on and see what happens. I don't even know what's happening. Are we taking over somebody's stream? No, like it's like I'm going to give you the option for all of these viewers here to go jump in somewhere else, and it'll say like, hey, you know, the retro years and so many viewers are rating their channel. So it just heads over to their stream, but it's kind of a cool way to like support somebody else or like give a little shout out or something like that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to send you over there. If that's your jam, they're playing Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Thank you guys for being here. Tomorrow we'll find out. Conformity gate. Is it real or not? Time will tell. Good to see you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace out.